Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel Kingsdown Roots. My name is Matt Ridout, R-I-D-O-U-T, and today we're going to be talking about sneaker resale predictions for the next couple of weeks. So let's get the credentials out the way first, shall we? So I've been working in the fashion industry for the last 10 years in quite a senior position for one of the biggest fashion retail businesses in the world. So yeah, I have had some experience when it comes to the fashion industry and understanding the trends and how things work and sell. So me myself, I've been reselling for the last 6 years. So back in 2015, I made my first big sneaker investment and bought 10 pairs of Yeezy Boost 350 V1s at a time when it wasn't that popular to resell sneakers, and made a hefty profit and have never looked back since. Okay, so to explain my methodology for predicting resale prices, hopefully in a relatively easy way to digest, the first part is understanding the pre-sale market. What is the sneaker price at a pre-sale? And what do I mean by pre-sale? Well, these are the sneakers that haven't really released yet, and yet you can still buy them on places like StockX, GOAT, or eBay. These sneakers are usually through backdoors or celebrity, friends and family pairs or promotional pairs, and then they get sold on these kind of platforms for usually a hefty price. But this is a great way of understanding what the demand is and what the expected value is for a sneaker. The second part of the methodology is understanding the supply and demand of a sneaker. So you can understand the demand using tools in Google and YouTube to understand how many times people search for the name of the sneaker, and that gives you an understanding of how popular a sneaker is going to be. The supply part, it's a bit more difficult. You have to rely on backdoors and people that work for the brands to release this information, and while it's usually accurate-ish, it's never always 100%, and that's because no one actually knows besides the brands themselves. The third and final part is around the wild card. Now, what is the wild card? Well, the wild card is the unknown. It's the kind of mysterious part of every sneaker release. It can be because there is a brand collaboration with the sneaker. It can be because of a celebrity endorsement or collab itself. You know, think of Kanye and Travis Scott as an example. Or thirdly, it could just be that the colorway itself is just very sought after and in huge amounts of demand. Any one of those in the final part can turn a price from a kind of mid-range up to an absolute grail. So we are going to focus on 4 upcoming releases in the next week. We're going to start with the Nike Dunk x Ambush collaboration, which is in the fuchsia color, which is a bit different from the last release, which was black and white. Now, this for me personally, I wasn't really sure if it was something I wanted to go for, but the more I see the images for this, the more I actually just want a pair myself. So this sneaker has a retail price of £159.95. It's releasing on the 17th of February here in the UK, and pre-release sales coming in at around £376. Now, first of all, when you're looking at any kind of sneaker, and this is no exception, you need to be looking at the sizes. So I'm not going to talk about every size for every sneaker. I'm going to talk about which are the most popular sizes, and I'm going to determine the most popular sizes based on what people are asking and bidding for sneakers. The pre-release value for these Nike Dunks and Ambushes are coming in at around £376. Now, that is for a base size of UK 3.5, which in my opinion is probably the best size you can go for at the moment, because you're going to make the most money back. Once a sneaker has been released to the public, it can go up or it can go down. It really does depend on a whole load of different factors. With these particular Nike Dunk and Ambush collabs, I expect them to reach a price of at least £532, and that is for the sizing of 3.5 in the UK. So to summarize then, this is just a solid investment for a sneaker. Pretty much any size is going to give you a return, but as I said before, the smaller sizes is what you want to aim for. So moving on to the second sneaker, we are talking about the Air Jordan 1 Zoom Paris Saint-Germain, which is an absolute favorite of mine. I love this colorway, and I've got to get my hands on a pair of them, not just to resell, but just for personal. I just think that they're insane. Like, I love the color around the ankle, just looks so good. In terms of retail, they are £129.95, and they are also releasing on the Wednesday the 17th of February. Currently at resale on places like StockX, GOAT, and eBay, we are looking at a pre-release number of £242, and the premium kind of sizes you want to look for are the 5.5 in the UK, but you've also got sizes 7, 13 and 14, which are also reaching some good numbers. numbers in pre-release. Not quite as good as the Nike Dunk Ambushes, but they're still a worthy investment, especially if you're able to get some of those smaller sizes. Moving on to the third sneaker, we have a Dunk Low, which, let's be honest here, every Dunk Low at the moment, regardless of whether or not it's an SB or not, is making money. So this is no exception whatsoever. So we have the Dunk Low Medium Curry, which is retailing at £94.95, and that is releasing on the 19th of February here in the UK. Now, in terms of resale at pre-release, we are looking at staggering numbers already. We have £345, which is a huge uplift on the retail price, and they are primarily around UK 4, 5.5 and sizes 13 and 14. They are your four kind of main sizes that you're going to make the most money from. My expectations of this over the first month is actually slightly different from the others. I do think that the value is going to drop down slightly in the first month. I'd expect it to drop down at least 3 or 4%. Overall, I'd expect this to reach a resale value of around £334 for that size UK 4, which is still an amazing amount of profit if you think about the original cost and retail price of these Dunks. So yeah, Dunks are a good investment. Buy it if you can. Now, moving on to the final sneaker in this resale prediction video, we are talking about something which is unusual. It's a bit different and it's a bit ugly, I'm gonna be honest. We are talking about the Overbreak Fossil, or the budget Mars Yard, let's be honest here. It's got Mars Yard vibes written all over it in terms of colorway. Whether or not that's intentional or not, we won't know. So let's talk about the numbers. First of all, we have a retail price of £124.95, and this is releasing on the 20th of February 2021. The resale, or the pre-release resale at the moment, is looking pretty healthy. We have a resale value of £220. Looking at data and looking at trends of similar shoes and similar collaborations, even though this is a Mars Yard colorway, I expect this to drop around 20% within the first month of release. So if you are going to look at reselling these, I would try and resell them pretty quickly. And while I expect it to be a 20% drop in the pre-release value, I could still see it making money on the retail. So while the Overbreak Fossil colorway is an interesting sneaker, and I'll be really interested to see what happens in the release, it is a slightly risky investment. It's not something which I can see making a lot of money on over time. So for me personally, I might go in for it once or twice in a few raffles, but it's not something I'm going to be investing in heavily at all. And yeah, so that's kind of it from today's video. This is my first ever resale predictions video, and I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I'm really interested to know what you guys are picking up, if any, from what I've talked about today. So drop me a comment down below if you picked up anything and if you've actually resold any of them and how much you got for them. Okay, so that's it for me today. I've been Matt Rideout. This has been Kingsdown Roots. If you've enjoyed my video, then please drop me a comment and a like down below. It means the absolute world to me. You can also follow me on Instagram up here. I post a lot of content on there too. Thanks very much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.